that's what we're talking about. He said he would like it if you like invited him as like a guest and like did a Q&A. Like
that would be hilarious. Q&A. I would totally do that. Hey everyone, it's Nicole. I hope you're all doing well. So we finally did something that I've always wanted to do. We signed up for a meal ingredient delivery service. It's not really a meal delivery service because it's not really a meal until you make it a meal. I brought you along through my first box, and I actually opened the second box as well with you guys. So stay tuned and enjoy. I got my first plated box just now. Open it up and let's see. These are the 3 recipes that I picked. I picked simple ones for now because it's the first time I am doing one of these. So we have some Mojo chicken thighs, cavatappi alla Norma, chicken, I don't know how you say that. Oh, right there, look at that. Chasseur, chicken chasseur. Oh wait, and look at this. Mojo, so it's not Mojo, it's Mojo. Each recipe is on the back of these. These are actually pretty good quality. I'll definitely save these. So this big box has my food in it. Let's see, it's nice and cold. Look at that, it looks like a little grocery store. Grape tomatoes. So we have, this is so weird, white wine, thyme, garlic. Oh my gosh, what is this? I don't know what this is. Oh, okay, I think this is, no, wait, I don't know what this is. Bouillon cube, maybe? Our tomato paste is a little crushed. An onion. Let's see what else is in there. So here are potatoes, cremini mushrooms. Got all the stuff for the cavatappi alla Norma. Red pepper flakes, ricotta, onions, garlic, parchment paper, pasta, di pomodoro sauce, tomato puree. I'm gonna try to keep everything in its own bag. 2 eggplants, Mojo chicken thighs. Wow, there's onions in every single one of these meals. An orange, cilantro, jasmine rice, soy sauce, Mojo spice mix, black beans, garlic. That's everything for the Mojo chicken thighs. So in there you have this cardboard that separates everything. Yep, and there they are. Oh, look, a little runaway tomato. So we have chicken breasts, chicken thighs, and more chicken thighs. So that is it. And the bottom is frozen packs. Then this is just a big insulated thing. Oh, look, another tomato. Here's an update. We have the eggplant roasting, the water boiling, the tomatoes halving. So this is what it looks like in the pot. I feel like it's a lot of work for pasta. This is what it looks like in my bowl because I don't like ricotta cheese, so I am not putting that stuff on my food. It looks exactly like the food. I completely forgot to film when I started this meal, but I've already had the chicken cooked, and this is what the potatoes, mushroom, chicken, oh my gosh. What this meal does to your stovetop though is nasty. I got my thyme, cooking wine, bouillon cube chicken, potatoes, mushrooms, onions, and tomato paste. It's gonna look like this, we'll see. Please forgive my hair. I am cooking and I just threw it up in a scrunchie because, you know, it's 1995. So one thing about this specific recipe, step 5, they want you to like have the chicken and the vegetables and all that stuff like simmering. But the problem is when you do it at the level of heat that they want you to, you end up with this. So hard, it's too high. So I'm going to have to do some fudging to see if I can save this because I don't want it to keep cooking and cooking and getting drier and drier. So what I think I'm gonna do is, you know, it's a recipe, but it doesn't mean that I can't do stuff, right? Like I can do whatever I want. Now I need you to not judge me. I have this in here for cooking only. I actually don't like white wine. It's a massive bottle, but it's perfect for deglazing a pan. Okay, first of all, I went to mash some of the potatoes, but I chose a spoon instead of a fork like they suggested, and definitely had some sauce kick up on my hand and burn myself. Couple of things I would change. You are on like my cabinet. The thing about this recipe, couple of things. Number one, it needs to be covered. And the reason why I think that they choose not to have you cover the pan, like when it's cooking, is because they want you to have the chicken skin crisp. We don't really eat chicken skin anyway, and I didn't really put two and two together until basically it was too late. If I made this again, which I think I would, well, I haven't tried it yet, so we'll see. But if I made it again, I would for sure cover it and take the skin off. That way the chicken could cook quicker. When the pan is not covered, the heat's escaping and then the bottom is cooking a lot because, well, I have an electric stove. Here, my old house had a gas stove. Someday we'll put a gas stove in here. The second thing, definitely need a bigger pan next time for this specific dish so that it can cook faster. It smells amazing. It has white wine in it, which I love to have wine in my food. It tastes so good. I've made 2 of these meals so far. The amount of mess that comes with these meals is pretty enormous. It's just a lot of preparing and a lot of mess, just mess. So I didn't pick the quick cook or the easy cook one, so it's kind of my fault. Take the rest of this thyme, and it says to garnish the plate, but I'm not gonna do that because it's only me and my daughter eating right now. The other 2 kids are at worship practice, and my husband is actually traveling this week. This is what I mean about the mess. Like, this looks like a massacre. This is all the skin that I had to take off because it was like floppy. It was not it was not crispy at all. So I'm going to dish this out and we will see how it tastes. It's chicken with potatoes. I'm gonna try a mushroom first. Very good, like tastes good. Right next is a potato. Is it good? Keegan doesn't want me to show you, but she's making, that's good face. All right, so now is the chicken. I know, it's the chicken. That's really good. Well done, thumbs up. It's my last day of my first week of plated meals. So tonight I am making this. It is mojo chicken thighs with black bean and rice, or black bean rice. I'm gonna do something a little different with the rice. It just looks a little bland. I think I'm gonna mix some tomatillo sauce in it, or salsa, but I'm gonna taste it first to see how it is. So the chicken has just finished cooking because you have to cook the chicken thighs in the oven. So here are the chicken thighs, and all you have to do is put olive oil, salt, pepper, and then some sauce that they give you with it. So then I have the rice cooking, caramelized onions, and again, this meal is just terrible for my cooktop. Then I'm in the middle of making the sauce. Did some oranges for the garnish. All right, it's over. This is what it's supposed to look like. And this is what it looks like. Caleb's about to test it for me. So we'll see. Here you go, bud. I want a fork. How convenient. Okay, what should I try first? I'll try the rice and beans. Rice and beans are really good. Nice flavor. Steam. Is it cooked? Okay, good. Would it not be? Careful for bone. It's good. 9 out of 10. Really? It's got bones. Well, okay. Get over it. Also, it's a little thick. Okay. Those are weird things. All right, we're gonna open the box because I don't know what's in this box. This is so weird. So the first time we got the box, the main outside box had like the logo and all that stuff. This one is plain. So when you open it, It's actually inside. So apparently we're gonna eat something that caused a mess. I don't know if maybe they saw that it was leaking, put it in a new box or something, I don't know. Okay, let's see what meals we have. It's a smaller box. It's the same amount of food, so I don't understand. So when you open it, it has the recipe cards on top. So we have 3 meals. So we are doing beef kofta with turmeric rice, spinach, pine nuts, and currants. I will be keeping the pine nuts out because gross. Fig balsamic chicken meatballs with goat cheese, which will be on the side. Kale and farro, vegetable ramen noodles with gochujang sauce, and a fried egg. Then you have this insulated plastic thing. So on top we have kale, spinach, carrots, the ramen noodles, scallions, and something smells like, oh, that's why. I was gonna say something smells like fish, but my son just heated up my leftovers from last night, which was fish. So then every group of food is separated by recipe. So this is the beef kofta, yogurt, currants, pine nuts, rice, and an onion. And this is the fig balsamic chicken meatballs. So it has the gross goat cheese, the scallions, some kind of sauce in there, some other kind of sauce. Next is the last recipe, which is the vegetable ramen noodles, which it has edamame and garlic and other such thing. Oh my gosh, it even comes with a little thing of butter. That's funny. Under here, so last week was the same thing where they had the meat at the bottom. This is ground beef, ground chicken. And you can see where it has leaked a little bit here, which is why I think they wrapped it in a different box. Okay, so final thoughts. I have a lot. This is about a month after I filmed most of the footage that you just saw. So I've fallen in love with farro. I did not know what farro was. I had heard about it, but I didn't know what it was. I had never had it. It was delicious. So I will definitely be buying more farro. I'm actually in my car right now because I was editing that video, or this video, at Panera Bread and realized I never did an intro or an outro. So I'm in my car now in Panera Bread parking lot and I'm sweating. So I think I need to take off my jacket. A couple of other things. The box that I got was 3 meals, a serving for 4 people. So I had heard from different websites that you could increase the meal size on Plated. That's why I chose it, because we have a family of 5 and there was nowhere to do that. So we just kind of made do with the 4 serving. One of my daughters doesn't really eat that much and my husband was traveling a lot at that time, so I was like, whatever, we'll just figure it out. So it seemed to work okay. I don't think there was a time where we ran out of food, because I think I timed the meals when at least one person would be out of the house for dinner. It was $80 for the first month, so it was like an introductory thing. And then on the 5th week, so the 2nd month, it went up to $130. Was it worth $80? Yes. Is it worth $130? No, it's not. If you are a family that goes out to eat a lot, then yeah, it'll work for you because it's cheaper than going out to eat. However, the reason we go out to eat a lot is because we don't have the time. It's not about, I don't want to cook or whatever. It's we don't have the time for me to sit at home and cook. So when I first got this box, again, things were different. I was working my full-time job. So I had to plan when I was going to cook these meals, and these meals did not take 10, 15, 20 minutes. I would say the shortest meal I made was about 45 minutes and the longest was almost 2 hours. So they are not short meals. Again, I did not choose the quick cook or the fast or whatever. I think there's an option for fast stuff. That part was a little frustrating. Another thing is the food only lasts at your front door until 8 o'clock. If you were like leaving the house at 5 and not coming home until like 10, but it was delivered at like 6, your food was probably starting to go bad by 10 o'clock. So that was irritating. A couple of good things was, I need to put my windows down. I'm sweating to death. Okay. It's gonna be a little loud because there's traffic right here. Everything is super easy on the app. You can go in, you can change your delivery date as long as it's a week beforehand. But there was that Chris and I were out of town and we knew the kids were not going to cook the meals. So we actually pushed the delivery date until we'd be back in town. That way I could make the meals. So that one was really easy. I really liked how you could kind of pick and choose your meals. You could look to see what they had you scheduled for as far as your meals, and then you could take things off and switch them out if you didn't like what they had chosen. There were a couple of meals that I switched out, mostly because it was either super heavy on cheese, which I don't like, or it was some kind of weird seafood that my family doesn't like. My son and I are the only ones who really eat fish in the house, so I was not gonna buy anything with fish. They also have desserts on the site, which is really cool. We don't do dessert. That's not like part of our meal, whatever, meal, I don't know what else I'm gonna say, meal thing. So then a couple weeks ago, I went down to 2 meals a week because of my, job change. We did it a couple of times, and finally last week I actually canceled. Bottom line is Plated takes out the shopping, which I hate, and the figuring out what I'm gonna make. Those are the 2 things that I hate the most. If I could make the meals less messy, because as you've seen, they were so messy. So much preparation, which I know that's what you have to do when you use real food and not like boxed food and packaged food, but it was just a lot. I would be able to up the serving size like 1 for, my family size. I would definitely lower the price. It was just a little too pricey once the special offer was done. Now I could have shared it with my friends and gotten, I think it was like $40 off, but I didn't want to do that. I don't like hassling my friends to save money. I just don't like doing that. I think we may try another service because we have a $50 gift card to HelloFresh. So I don't know, maybe we'll try that. It was really fun. At first, it was fun to figure out, okay, what am I gonna make? Going through all the recipes on the app. Then it was fun to finally get the box and go through it. After about 3 weeks, I was like, okay, I'm over it. It's so much work. It's so much work making home-cooked meals every night for 3 nights. Yes, I know there's 7 nights in a week, but 3 of those nights to have a home-cooked meal every time was really challenging. And you have to make it because the food is there. If you don't make it, it's gonna go bad, and that's wasting food. So I didn't want to do that. It was just, it was a lot of pressure, which is so ridiculous, but it was a lot of pressure. My final thoughts have lasted a couple minutes, so I apologize, but at the end of the day, I'd say anybody should try this service or any home meal delivery service, because you kind of realize what you like and what you don't like. I found new foods that I never would have tried otherwise. Farro, yes, please. I'm definitely gonna buy some, make some more. I forgot how much I love balsamic glaze. We had to use that on, it was a balsamic fig meatball. That was delicious. I made the recipe wrong, but that's okay. It still ended up being good. I did something weird with the balsamic that I wasn't supposed to. Anyway, it was still good. So I linked Plated down below in case you wanna try it. It doesn't hurt, and this is not sponsored. I shouldn't have to say that because I think I would have just told you at the get-go, and also I've never been sponsored for anything before. So the ramen meal that you saw when I unboxed the second week, the second box, click up there if you want to see that video. It's a vlog, but I also cooked the ramen as well. My husband hated that meal. He hated it. He said the gochujang sauce that was in it was disgusting. I liked it, but he said, well, I finally found an Asian sauce that I do not like. I mean, he scooped a bunch in his bowl, took 1 bite, and then put it back. Like, he did not like it at all. So, to each his own. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all real soon. Bye, guys.
No!
And the daughter fighting with the dog.
Stop! He bit my toe!